Hello everyone, it's Nastya, and today I want to discuss with you a very interesting and informative, I hope, topic, whose title is what is the acceptable difference, age difference, between a Ukrainian girl and Russian and a foreign man. What is the mentality according to Ukrainian women to big age difference in couples, and who will this Ukrainian woman choose firstly, a man with a big age difference with her, or who is of her age. So I want to start with the information that the big difference in relationships with the Ukrainian woman is a rare case. It's a even unique case because in our mentality it is rooted that we are in that we want to have a man who is of our age and who has the difference, a little difference of age, and the cases when we have a big age difference in our relationships and families. I want to say that, for example, why a Ukrainian woman will choose a foreign man with a big age difference with her. So firstly, for example, I want to say one more time that it is a unique case when, for example, she is desperate. For example, at her age she had some shock situation, or some men that I've discussed in my previous videos who can do some physical violence with her or something like that. So in this case probably she will find not every man, but even a man with big age difference, but if she is really desperate. And one more case that I must say, that for example, if a woman suffered from lack of attention from her father, she probably wants to find not her husband, but rather her father, her parent, who will treat her like being a child. So probably it's some psychological moment, but one more time, these are unique cases of this choice of Ukrainian woman of foreign men with a big age difference, but in lots of cases we have the little age difference. And why? Because for example, I thought of it and I understood that probably it's because we start out almost all our relationships at the university or at the office during our work, for example, when we have a little age difference, when we are of the same age. For example, at the university we have a maximum 1, 2, 3 or 4 years of age difference, and at the office our colleagues, they are almost of our age, and that's why it sounds a little bit not normal for us to choose some person who is of the age of our father or grandfather even, because we are used to choose our husband and the father of our future children among our colleagues, among people at the university, etc., etc., amongst students. So that's why it sounds normal to hear that some Ukrainian girl of, for example, 20 years searches for her husband in some searches at the internet, some husband of 50, 60 years, etc. So it sounds really unrealistic in this case, and you must understand it. And one more reason why a Ukrainian woman Ukrainian girl of under 30, why she won't search some husband over, for example, 50 years, because it was I've heard it from almost all my friends that obviously at this age this man will have ex-wife, already children from his ex-wife, and she won't be firstly at the second place, at the second wife, and also she these children and these ex-wife children almost all the time, and ex-wife probably sometimes will interfere in their private life, and they are afraid of this moment. And I've heard of this not one time but many times from my friends, that they want to be they won't have this experience in this case. So you see that there is no reasons for a Ukrainian girl under 30, for example, to search for a foreign man who has 50, 55, 60 years. So she has a choice among her among people who have the same age as her, and it sounds normal for us when even a woman or under 30 years walks down the street with a man of 50, 60 years. We do not think that it is her husband. We think that it is her father, probably, or grandfather even, or she marries him only for money, for heritage, etc. So it's like that, and you must understand it, and you must be realistic. And according to statistics that I've consulted before this video to prove my words, I can say that among marriages in Ukraine we can see age difference under 5 years, so from 0 from the same age, yes, to till 5 years. It's almost 40%, so we can see that it is a big percentage of these marriages when we have only 5 years of age difference. 6-10 years, it's 14%, so we can see that it's not widespread, but it exists. And 10 years and over, it's 5%, so probably these are these unique cases that I've already mentioned, or something like that. So you can see that 5 year, it's the most widespread age difference. And also I've done some Instagram statistics. On my Instagram profile, I've asked my girls who follow me, do you think that it is normal for you, for example, to marry a man who has 10 years plus from your age? And they asked me in private messages, so 10 years plus, it's 11 years or already 30, 40, 50 years. I've said probably under 15 years, yes, age difference. They said that under 15, yes, okay, it may exist, it's normal under 15. But when I've said and 30 and 40 years of age difference, or even 20, 25, they said no, it's not normal. Why I should marry a person who is of the age of my father and grandfather? I want to have children, I want to be young, and I want my husband to be also young. I want to have young friends of our family. I want to spend time with him as being equal. So they've said that no, it's not normal for them. You can see it's a real statistics today in my Instagram profile. So I've asked to prove my words one more time. So And I wanted to underline that if you are registered in some site to contact a beautiful Ukrainian woman, for example, and you write that I am, for example, Englishman, British man, I don't know, and I have 55 years, and I want to, and I search for young, beautiful Ukrainian woman who has under 30 years, who has no children, who has no husband, boyfriend, who is well educated, etc., etc. So when you, on this site, when you receive lots of messages from these girls under 30 who write you that it was my dream to meet you, I want to be your wife, I've searched for all my life, I've searched all my life for this particular husband who has 55 years, so you can understand that this site is full of scams, that it is not moderated, that profiles of women are not verified and certified. That's why there are lots of scams, and these profiles who write you, they are not women who want to marry you and who will love you. These are women who want to have your money, heritage, something like that. No, some spiritual moments, some family life, etc., etc. No, they want your money, and that's all. So from all my previous examples, you can see that it is not normal. It is useless for a young Ukrainian girl or woman search for an old foreign man. There is no need. She has a choice, and she will search for a young man if she doesn't need his money, his heritage, etc. So you should be realistic in this case, and you should understand all this when you search for women on the internet. And even the last example, that even when you visit some bars or some nightclubs, and you have, for example, 60 or 55 years, only a girl who wants to have money from you will agree to go with you and to continue an evening with you together. So you must compare and understand that in the site it's the same thing, and be realistic in this case. So for today, that's all. I thank you for your attention. I hope this video was informative for you, and if you have questions, you can ask me on my Facebook profile or on my email address. Subscribe to my channel not to miss some interesting and important information. I thank you for your attention, and see you soon.